This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to introduce to you the incredible Cash is King roulette system by Randy. He says this is the best way to play, and he's been winning with this consistently for a long time, and he's finally ready to share it with everybody. That is awesome. Let's see if it's as good as he says it is. And today we're going to test his system against another one that's unbelievable that you guys have been raving about, and a lot of you asked to see it again. And this is Kentucky White's 9th Street. And let's go ahead and get started with that first. And we're going to look at the last three numbers with this one, 2, 3, and 7. And we're going to make sure we don't bet on those streets. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put 3 of them out there. Let's go ahead and spin. And this is just a great system to test these new ones with because it's been doing so well. And that is a loss there. We add 3 more streets. So we don't include the 36, 2, or 3 in those. And then we go ahead and double from 30 to 60. And here we go. That's a 21 red. And that's a loss. Okay. So now we're up $45 already. And we're going to pick 3 streets that do not include the 21, 36, or 2. We can't do the 2. So let's pick 3 other ones here. Sorry about that. There we go. I can't get my bets down. Okay, now let's go ahead and spin. And we have 3 streets that do not include the last 3. Here we go. That's a 27 red. And we lost. Let's add 3 more streets in, and we'll leave out the 27, 21, and 36. And then we'll double and spin. And when we get to this level, we're at 18 total numbers instead of the 9 that we started with. And that's a 5 red. That's a nice win. So now we're already up $90. We'll pick 3 streets that don't include the 5, 27, or 21, and then we'll spin. And here we go. That's a loss there on 34 red, so we're going to add 3 more streets that do not include the 34, 5, or 27. And then we're going to double and spin. And it's always great when you can get wins on this level because it only takes 1 win to reset. And that's a 19 red, and that's a win. So we are up $135 already. Now we're going to pick 3 streets that don't include the 19, 34, or 5. So let's do that. And then spin. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got. And that is a 33 black. And we lost. We'll add 3 more streets in that don't include the 33, 19, or 34. So we got to leave this one out right there and then double. Now we're at $60 total bet. And once we make it to 9 streets, instead of 1 win, we're going to need 2 wins. But we haven't made it there yet. And we'll take any win we can get there with 18 numbers. And we're up $180 already. So now we're going to pick 3 streets that don't include the 22, 33, or 19. And then spin. Let's see if we can get a low number here to start. That'd be great. Ooh, it came close to hitting that 2. That would have been nice, but that's a loss. So now we'll pick 3 more streets that don't include the 28, 22, or 33, and then double. $60 total bet. And this is Kentucky White's 9th Street. And that's a 24 black there. And we lost that one. So now we're finally going to 9 streets. We'll pick 3 more that don't include the 24, 28, or 22. And we'll add these in at 10. And the reason we do that is because the rest of them are already at 10 because we doubled previously. So we're going to double to 180 and spin. Now we're on 9 streets. That's an 18 red. And now that we're on 9 streets, it takes 2 wins instead of 1 to recover. We're up 165, but we're going to get 1 more win before we recover here. That's a 23 red. And we lost. So if that happens, this is why we have the bankroll that we have with this one. With the $2,000 bankroll system, we doubled to 360. Now we try to get our 2 wins. And that's a 9 red. There's 1 win. We're currently up 105. We're going to need a second win to recover here. And you can also play this system with a $400 bankroll and dollar units. But we lost again. So this is why we need the $2,000 bankroll because we have to double again now. Now we're at $720 total bet. and that's a 17 black. There's one win, and we're at minus 15. We need 2 wins.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get one here. And that's a 2 black. All right, that's a good win, and now we restart. We're up 225, and we'll pick 3 streets that don't include the 2, 17, or 23, and then spin.
No more bets.
And here we go. So really important to have the bankroll so that you're able to do that. And if 2,000 is too much, just use dollar units in a $400 bankroll. It works the same way. And we'll pick 3 more streets now that don't include the 32 or 17. So let's do that and then double.
No more bets.
Now we have 18 numbers instead of 9, and let's see if we can get a win. That's a 21 red, and that's a nice win. So we're up 270. We'll pick 3 streets that don't include the 21, 30, or 2. We got to get that 2 out of there. So 1, 2, and 3. We're leaving out the 21, 30, or 2.
No more
Now
bets.
we'll go ahead and spin with $15 total bet. Here we go. That's a 25 red. Okay, and that is a loss. So we'll add 3 more and leave out the 25, 21, and 30. Then we'll double and
No more
spin.
bets.
All right, here we go. That's an 11 black. And that's a win. All right, we're up $315 now. We'll leave out the 11, 25, and 21 now. So let's go ahead and place those bets. So we'll be on the 1, 2, 3, the 4, 5, 6, and the 7, 8, 9. And let's
No more
spin.
bets.
We're back at 9 numbers. Here we go. That's a 22 black. That's a loss. So we'll add 3 more streets and then double. We'll leave out the 22, 11, and 25. So we'll do that and then double.
No more bets.
Now we're at $60 total bet. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system, but you can do it for $400 with dollar units. These are $5 units, and that's a nice win. We're already up $360. So now we'll be leaving out the 1, 2, 3 street. The 22 and 11 need to be left out as well.
No
And
more
then let's
bets.
go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 31 black. And we lost. So we're going to add 3 more and leave out the 31, 3, and 22. And then double and spin. Now we're at 18 numbers again. And if you get a bunch of wins at 18 numbers, which you can definitely do sometimes, it really pays. But when you hit zeros, it never pays unless you're betting on them. So we lost that one. So we're going to 9 streets, which means we'll need 2 wins instead of 1. And we're going to leave out the 31, 3, and 22. So we'll do that. So that'll put one right back over here. But then remember too, we have to put those in at 10. So let me get that back here. There we go. 10, 10, and 10. And now we'll double to 180.
No more bets.
So remember to put those in at 10 once you add the last 3 streets, because the rest of them are already at 10. And then you double. And that's 1 win. We need to get 2. So we're up to 345.
No more
Here
bets.
comes our second attempt here at 9 streets. So before 9 streets, you only need 1 win. After 9 streets, you need 2. There's 2, and we're at $405. Incredible. So now we'll leave out the 4, the 27, and the 31. And then spin
No more
with
bets.
Kentucky White's 9 streets. Doing amazing as usual. Let's see if that continues. That's an 18 red. And that's a loss. So we will add 3 more, leaving out the 18, 4, and 27. And we'll double
No
that
more
to
bets.
60 and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 6 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to add 9 streets now, and we'll leave out the 6, 18, and 4. Remember, these go in at 10, not at 5. So let's make sure we get that right. And then we'll double to 180.
No more bets.
And then we need to get 2 wins instead of 1. So let's start right here. That's a 30 red. That's a nice win. We're at 390, and we need 2 wins
No more
because
bets.
we're at 9 streets. Before the 9 streets, just 1. That's a 24 black. That's a win, and now we're at $450. We'll put 3 more out there, leaving out the 24, 30, and 6. Okay, let's go ahead and spin at $15. And sometimes you get a win on these 3 streets, and that'd be great if we get one of those soon. But let's just add our next 3 streets in, and we'll be leaving out the 21, 24, and 30. So just like that, and then double and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 21 red, and we missed it. So we'll go to 9 streets now. We'll leave out the 21, 24, and 30, and we'll add these in at 10. Okay, now we'll double and spin at 180 total bet. Now we need 2 wins. And that's a double zero, which doesn't help much. So this is why we need the bankroll, the $2,000 bankroll, or the $400 bankroll for dollar units. Don't forget that for those of you that 2,000 is too much. Just make that adjustment, and that's an 11 black. There's 1 win. We're at 315. We need 2 wins.
No more bets.
So let's get our second win right here. You have a really good chance anytime you have 27 numbers, and that's an 8 black. And we got it. So now we're at 435. We'll pick 3 streets that don't include the 8, 11, or 21. So let's go ahead and spin, and be good to hit a low number one of these times and get a win with the just 9 numbers. We haven't done it yet. We're still doing amazing though, and let's add our next 3 streets in and make sure they don't include the 33, 8, or 11. And then we'll double that to 60 and spin. This is Kentucky White's 9 streets. It's been doing unbelievable lately, and it's been really good at testing these new systems because it's been doing so well. And now we'll go to 9 streets, which means we need 2 wins. And we'll add 10 on each instead of 5 because the rest are already at 10. And we're going to leave out the 33, 8, and 11. So let's do that. And then we'll double that to 180 and spin. Now we have our 27 numbers, which we have a really good chance of hitting with. And that's a 26 black. There's 1 win. We're at 420. We need 2.
No more bets.
Let's see if we can get it right here. If not, we'll need to double the bet again. That's a 19 red. And we got it. So now we're at 480. And we'll leave out the 19, 26, and 33. We'll just start with 3 streets and see if we can get a low number on one of these starting ones here one of these times. That's a 34 red. It's on the opposite side, but that's okay. Let's add 3 more in now, and we'll leave out the 34, 19, and 26. And then double.
No more bets.
All right, let's see a low number here, not a high one. That's another high number, though. That's okay, though, but we're going to head to 9 streets now. We're going to leave out the 34, 19, and 26. So we'll add these in at 10. And just like that, and double.
No more bets.
Okay, let's go ahead and spin and see if we can get our 2 wins now. And that's a 3 red. That's a nice win. So we're up 465. We need 1 more.
No more bets.
And here we go. And that's an 8 black. That should be good. And it is. So we're up 525 now. Awesome. And we'll now leave out the 8, 3, or in 34. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And I'm telling you, one of these times we're going to hit it with the 9 numbers. We just haven't yet. And that's a 12 red. And when it does, it really pays off nicely, just like that. And we're up $570 now. So now we'll be leaving out the 12, 8, and 3. Actually, we can't bet on that one. So let's do that. And then spin. We're leaving out the 12, 8, and 3. And here we go. Let's see how this one closes it out. And it tried to hit the 0 there, but that's a 28 black. That's a loss. So let's add 3 more in that don't include the 28, 12, or 8. And here we go. And then double. Let's see if we can get a win right here with Kentucky White's 9 street. That's a 16 red. And that's a win. And we're out of time. So we made $615 profit with Kentucky White's 9 street. It's been doing amazing lately, and let me know down in the comments how you've been doing with it. If this one's a new one for you, definitely test it out and check, see if you like it before you take it to the casino, but it's been doing really, really well. And I always want to thank Kentuck White for sharing these systems, and everybody else too. And that's what this channel is all about, is looking for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And now it is time for the new roulette system of the day. Let's jump right in there and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the Cash is King roulette system by Randy. He said this is the only way to play. I'm going to share with you why and the way that he bets. So let's go ahead and start out by, we're looking at the 6 outside bets, and he picks the one that has the most in a row, which it looks like would be even. And we're going to start on even for $10. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. All right, that is a 13 black, so that's definitely a loss. And then he goes ahead and switches it up, and he goes the opposite of that for $20. So let's go ahead and go to odd for 20 and spin. And here we go. And we got the win. So whenever you get a win, you go ahead and you look for the next streak. So right now we have 3 in a row, 1 to 18. So we're going to start on 1 to 18 for 10. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. And we lost. So we go to the opposite. Okay, and we'll go to 20 for 19 to 36. And here we go. That's a 0, so we definitely lost that one. Okay, so now we will be going back to 1 to 18 for 40.
No more bets.
Let's go ahead and spin. And we got it. So when you win, you look for the next streak. So we're already up $20, and we don't have a streak right now because of the 0. So he says just act like the 0 is not there. So let's do that, and that would mean that black would be the play. So let's bet on black for 10 and spin. And here we go. Okay, we lost, so we go to the opposite. Okay, so we'll go to red for 20 and spin. And here we go. Okay, we lost, so we go back to red. We go back to black for 40 and spin. But once we win on one of these, I'm going to show you what the other thing you need to know about this is. That's a 31 black. And we got the win. So let's look at our next streak. I'm sure that'll happen here soon. It's easier to explain it as we're playing. And now we have 3 in a row, 19 to 36. So we're going to start there for $10. And here we go. Okay, we got it. So if you get it on the first one, this is the first time we've won, you stay on 19 to 36 until it loses. So let's go ahead and do that. And we got a win there. Fantastic. So we just stay on 19 to 36, and we're up 50. Here we go. That's a 33 black. And we just stay on 19 to 36 until it loses. So let's keep doing this. And we won again. Fantastic. Okay, so we're already up $70. We'll be on 19 to 36 again here. And we're riding the wave right now. And we won again. This is the Cash is King roulette system by Randy. And we're going to keep betting 19 to 36 until it loses. And this is awesome. So we finally have a loss. So if you lose, you go to the opposite. So we'll go to 1 to 18 for 20. And then go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 22 black, and that's a loss. So now we go to 19 to 36 for 40. And you can see once we get a loss, things change, and then you start going back and forth. That's a win, so we start over. Now we're up $90. And we have 3 even in a row. That's the longest streak, so we're going to start even for 10. And we're going to stay on even until it loses. Okay, that's a win, so we just stay on even. Okay, so now we'll be on even again for 10 and spin. And another win. I'm already liking this system. This is working great. So let's go back to even for 10 here. And let's see what we get on this one. And that's a loss. So when you lose, you switch to the opposite, which would be odd for 10. I'm sorry, for 20. It goes
No
from
more
10 to
bets.
20 when you do that. And now we're on back and forth until we get a win. But we got the win already, so that's great. And we're up 120. So now we have 3 red in a row, so we start on red for 10.
No more
And
bets.
we're going to stay on red until it loses. Okay, that's a 22 black. It did lose. So we go to the opposite, which would be black for 20.
No more bets.
And I'm really liking the way that this betting system works so far. Let's see if this continues. And that's a 12 red. We lost, so now we go back to red for 40.
No more
Now we're going
bets.
to go back and forth until we get a win. And we lost, so now we're going to go from 40 to 80, and we'll switch back to black.
No more
Yeah,
bets.
let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. And we lost again. This is why we have a good bankroll, which we'll talk about here shortly. Now we're going to go back to red for 160.
No more bets.
Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And we lost again. So we have more tries, and this isn't our last attempt, so we're going to switch back to black for 320. So if we lose this one,
No more
we'll still
bets.
have another chance at it. But let's see if we can get a black one here. Okay, good. We got the win. So now we look for our next streak and start over. So we're up 130, and we have 2 black in a row. So let's start with black.
No more bets.
We're going to stay on black until it loses. Okay, that's a win. Fantastic. So we'll just continue to bet 10 on black
No more bets.
until it loses. And here we go. That's a 3 red. Okay, it lost, so we switched to red for 20.
No more bets.
And here we go. And we lost, so now we're going to go back and forth until we win. So now we're going to go to 40 on
No
black.
more bets.
And let's see if we can get a win here. And we got it. Fantastic. So we look for our next streak now, and it looks like we have 2 even in a row. So let's start even for 10.
No more
We're up
bets.
$150. So here we go. That's a 15 black. And that's a loss, so we switch to odd for 20.
No more
And now
bets.
we're going to go back and forth between odd and even until we win. That's a 33 black. We got the win. So we look for our next streak. We're up 160. And obviously the biggest streak is black, so we'll
No
just
more
go
bets.
black for 10. Here we go. And we lost, so we'll switch to red. And we're going to go back and forth now
No more
and
bets.
double until we win. And that's a 7 red. And that's a win. So let's look for our next streak. We're up 170. It looks like we have 3 odd in a row, 4 odd in a row. So let's start
No
on
more
odd
bets.
for 10. And here we go. And that's a 0, so that doesn't help anybody out. So we switch from odd back to even for 20.
No more bets.
Here we go. And we lost, so we switch back to odd for 40.
No more
Let's
bets.
go ahead and spin. We lost again, so we go back to even. And now we'll be at 80. And
No
let's see
more
if we
bets.
can see an even number here. Okay, we got the win. Fantastic. So now we will find our next streak. We're up 180, and it looks like it's red or 19 to 36. Let's go red for 10.
No more bets.
Here we go. That's a win, so we stay on red. So we're going to stay on red until
No
it
more
loses.
bets.
And here we go. That's an 8 black. It lost. So now we go to black for 20.
No more bets.
And now we go back and forth until we get a win. And that's a 12 red. That's a loss. So we go back to red for 40.
No more bets.
And spin. And we lost. So we go back to black for 80. And then let's spin here with
No
80
more
on
bets.
black. And let's see if we can get a black number. All right, we got it. 17 black. Fantastic. I really like the way that these bets are selected, and we're up 200, and we can go odd or black. Let's go odd for
No more
10.
bets.
We're looking for the biggest streak out of those numbers with the 6 outside bets. And that's a 25 red. We won. So we stay on odd until it
No more
loses.
bets.
Here we go. And another win. Fantastic. So
No more
by
bets.
doing this and then switching to back and forth, you're going to help be taking advantage of long runs and the opposite of runs, the back and forth. So we lost on odd, so we'll go to even for
No more
20.
bets.
And here we go, and that's not what we wanted. That's a 0. So that means we go back to odd for 40
No more bets.
and spin. Let's see an odd number right here. It's not odd, it's 36 red. So we're going to go from 40 to 80 and go back to even.
No more bets.
And then spin. Let's see if we can get an even number here. Ooh, another 0. I thought we were going to get the 28 or the 2 there, but now we're going to have to go to odd for 160. Okay,
No
we
more
have
bets.
plenty more attempts here, but the zeros don't help things, do they? And that 0 didn't help things. My goodness, 3 out of the last 4 are zeros. So now we're going to go back to even for 320. This is not our final attempt, but we do need to get a win
No more
soon.
bets.
Let's see if we can get an even number right here. Okay, we got the win. That was a little scary with 3 zeros out of 4 spins, but we got the win. So we're up 230, and now if we eliminate, Randy says to act like the zeros aren't there. So that would be the 24, 36, and 10. Those are even numbers. So we're going to start on
Okay.
even for 10. And here we go. And that's a win. So we'll stay on even until it loses. And we'll put 10 there. We're up 240.
No more bets.
And let's go ahead and spin again. That's 8 black. That's a win. And again, we're just going to stay on even until it loses.
No
So
more bets.
even if it wins 20 times in a row, we're going to win all 20. And that's another win on 8 black. So we'll stay on even again. And again, what this does is it helps you take advantage of both sides of the coin, the streaks and the back and forth. So that is a loss on even. So we'll go to odd for
No more
20.
bets.
Let's see if we can get a win here. And we did not. So we go to 40, back to even. And then now we go back and forth until we
No
get a
more
win.
bets.
And here we go. That's a 30 red. And that's a win. So we look for our next streak. We're up 270. And we have 2 evens in a row. So let's start with
No more
even.
bets.
And so you would go 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640. If you stop there, that would be a $1,300 bankroll. But today we're giving this one $2,000 just to keep it even with the first one. But $1,300 is plenty for those bets. So we won that. Let's look for our next streak, and it looks like I'm sorry, we need to stay on that one. So
No
yes,
more bets.
we do not do that. At this point, we stay there till we lose. So that's another win. I'm glad I remembered that. And let's rebet on even for 10.
No more bets.
Okay, here we go. We ride it until it loses. And that's another win, 32 red. All right, let's see how many evens
more
we can
bets.
get in a row here. So we're taking advantage of the streaks, and then we're also taking advantage of the back and forth. So the chops. So that's a loss, and that was on even. So we'll go to odd for 20.
No more bets.
And we've had at least 5 zeros since we started. Pretty crazy. And that's a 23 red. That's a win. So we look for our next streak. We're up 310. And it looks like it'd either be red or 19 to 36. Let's go 19 to 36 for 10 and see how many we can get in a row. And we lost. So we go the opposite of that for 20. And then now we go back and forth on the chop until we win. That's That's a 14 red, and that's a win. Fantastic. So we're up 320. Now we'll be on red for 10 because look at all those red numbers in a row now. And that's another win. Lots of red. Okay, so we'll bet red again for 10 and spin.
No more bets.
And we lost. Okay. And we just ran out of time. So we ended up $320 in profit with the Cash is King roulette system by Randy. Let me know down in the comments if you like this one or if you don't like it. Definitely the winner today was Kentucky White's 9th Street, but they both did incredible. And they both made a lot of money. So hope you enjoyed that. And if you want to send a system in, that's what the channel is all about. Send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And that would be fantastic. And I choose a new one every single day of the week, 365 days of the year, in the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And if you're enjoying that search with me, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this community of people that really love roulette. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.